Welcome to Books Without Borders. Today we'll be reviewing A History of Reading by Alberto Manguel. In this encyclopedic and self-indulgent exploration, Manguel asserts that reading has such a special quality of privacy that it transforms a space. This erudite, entertaining conversation covers a wide range of languages and literatures from pre-Christian times to the present. A translator and editor, the Argentinian-born author explains how, why, and what we read. According to Johnson, books aren't just objects. Whether they're read or listened to, they can move emotions and change minds. A temptation that prompts translators not to try to be like their authors, but to surpass them. The narrative, like gossip, can be accessed anywhere, even though there is a logic in the telling. And Manguel progresses from the biology and psychology of reading and listening to a quirky history of books, from incised tablets to computer screens. His history of book reading is not for everyone's palate, but anyone who regrets the omission of a favourite story about reading will attest to the book's many delights. A wonderful book, widely acclaimed around the world, Alberto Manguel explores what it means to be a reader of books in an unforgettable way. Even as distractions have ranged throughout history, from the Inquisition to cyberspace, A History of Reading reminds us why reading is so precious. He shows us what happens when we read, who we become, and how reading teaches us how to live. In addition to living in books, he reminds us we also live among them, how we find our own stories and traces in books. Our reading habits have evolved over the centuries, and we are shown how reading has an integral part of being human ever since humans first recorded their thoughts and deeds on clay and papyrus. He carries a passion for reading in the history of reading, and he tells stories that covers a wide range of time and experience in his stories. Among history's first lip syncs, Pliny the Younger read a letter from his mother silently to Alexander the Great's conquering army. A story of reading clubs in medieval France, a camel library which walked alphabetically, an ancient bedroom reading, and Nazi book burning. From cuneiform and codexes to printing in penguins, from the invention of eyeglasses to hypertext, hypnotic effects, readers' story is told in this book. It is an incredible book, a treasure trove of knowledge, stories, and illustrations that takes us on a journey that will last a lifetime. A History of Reading is an infinitely engaging and amusing, sweeping exploration of the meaning of being a reader of books. Despite distractions from the Inquisition to cyberspace, it reminds us of why reading is so important to us. In this book, Alberto Manguel reminds us that readers live both among books and in them. We find our stories and traces in books that matter to us, from childhood to old age. We find ourselves refreshed with every book that matters to us. He shows us what happens when we read, who we become, and how reading teaches us how to live. Combined with personal stories, historical references, and illustrations, this book is a classic example of why people read. It is not only an enjoyable book, but also quite informative. For anyone who loves to read books, this is a must-read. For those who foolishly believe that books don't matter anymore, this is a must-read. If you've liked this review, please check out our channel and subscribe. You can find many more reviews like this one on our channel from a number of different titles. Thank you for watching.